All right, everybody. We are back with more TNT Championship Season 2 2024 Competitive League Tatanka versus NounVerber EvilMurlock. You ready to hop into game number 1 here?
I sure am.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, on the right-hand side, we've got Tatanka, and in the bottom left, NounVerber with the barbed wire. First time we've seen barbed wire today.
Yeah. It's a pretty good unit, this meta, I would say.
Yeah, especially with the new change where no units can actually attack it anymore, right? Isn't that live on this patch? Or this mod, I should say?
It also regenerates, if I remember correctly.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, it's something that's a little bit underutilized. Let's see if NounVerber can make good use of it. Tatanka, though, one of our champions. Not going to be an easy match here for NounVerber. I would say Tatanka is the favored one who's expected to win, but you never know. Tooth and Tail is a very swingy game. You know, NounVerber takes that right engagement, or you know, pulls off a risky gambit, could easily win. So,
yeah, I agree.
Map is a little bit goofy. Yeah, the moles as well.
Yeah. The fun thing with the new mole. Oh, Tatanka rushing actually.
Yeah, this must just barely be able to finish in time to kill the farm. That's so annoying, Tatanka. Put down a barbed wire to protect the pig. Yeah, yes! That's so funny. Oh no, but they're building! Oh my god.
Yeah, the build time is a bit long.
Oof,
and the aggro! Oh, that's so
no.
unfortunate.
NounVerber.
That is so unfortunate.
He should have won. You didn't deserve that, right? Putting barbed wire all around a mole warren, like that was... I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, the build time is huge, like 20 seconds or something. You always underestimate it.
So, lots of early game lead here for Tatanka. And that's honestly the worst feeling in the world when you go with like one of our quote-unquote pros like Tatanka. You know, any kind of... I don't know, for me at least, if I'm facing somebody like a Tatanka or Airlu, like anytime they get like 40-50 food ahead, you're just already like, man, you know, because like they really know how to take those advantages and exacerbate the problem for you.
Tatanka going to snipe the natural.
Yep. And
NounVerber luckily not on it.
So much damage. Still gonna get it.
Oh. But this is the 60 food, so for the moles also die, so it's kind of an equal value at least.
Yeah, it's slowing down that second base though. I would say it gives Tatanka a bit more of an edge, but good news for NounVerber is that Tatanka doesn't have their own second base. And honestly, like again, what you were talking about earlier, you know, maybe NounVerber can still take the right engagement. I'm looking at these army charts right now, and you know, I kind of favor NounVerbers. I mean, snakes are not that great against squirrels alone. Granted, it is a similar number, but still, just having like a 5-6 squirrel advantage, like right now, it can be huge.
Yeah, I think the same thing. Snakes aren't really good against squirrels, but they do tank.
Yeah, that is tanking a ton of damage, and Tatanka got a lot of really good spread there with the poison. Oh, it keeps the one snake alive, giving it a bath so it regenerates HP more. And you know, Tatanka showing us, you know, why he's one of the best players. It's really against a worse player. I think that would have gone a lot better for NounVerber, but you know, he's up against one of our tournament winners here.
Yeah.
So NounVerber continuing to just hammer down the squirrel button. And might come in for another attack here, but again, like really the big... You kind of nailed it earlier. I mean, just the tanking that these snakes are providing. You know, so much HP to chew through.
Yeah, and Tatanka was microing those snakes as well to tag all the backline squirrels, which also was a huge value.
Right. So nice quick victory there for Tatanka. Let's see if NounVerber can pull it back in game number 2. Are you ready? Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, in the bottom left here with the boar, Tatanka, and their opponent up top, NounVerber. Well, I don't think this game's going to be as fast as the last one.
Well, Tatanka does have lizards, so
Yeah, that's true.
Always the potential for an early knockout.
You never know with lizards, that is for sure. But nice big macro map on our hands. Plenty of gristmills here. A lot of these in the middle, though, probably will never get taken. They're just a little bit too close to the battle line, you know, to be worthwhile.
Yeah. These campfires, though, they are really nice for Tatanka. He will be able to take them easily with his lizards.
Yeah, especially this back one here over on the west side. I mean, you're never going to be able to get to that with NounVerber, so that's pretty free. So yeah, I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe you do kind of the unexpected here and go for a one-base play as Tatanka. You know, grab those extra couple cabins, get a little bit of extra income, and, you know, maybe a quick tier 3 push. But we're seeing more mole aggression. Maybe not. Tatanka thought about it. And yeah, he's just going to go home. Makes sense. You know, it's funny. One thing that we saw come up maybe last season was, you know, people getting a little bit too greedy with gristmills and, you know, going like 8 farm mill without any warrens. Then you just put your mole warren right next to it and kill it. It's a pretty good way to punish that. But we see Squizzard coming out of Tatanka here. I wonder if they're going to try to play tier 1 chicken and just kind of force NounVerber to continue to build nothing but squirrels. But last game, literally all they built was squirrels, so I don't think they're opposed to that playstyle necessarily. No second base just yet from either player. Tatanka with a good scout there, same with NounVerber. We just gotta let this one cook, I think. Yeah. Where do you think we're gonna see them go? We're still kind of waiting for that first big decision here. It looks like NounVerber might take that mill, but
yeah, NounVerber. I mean, he has to either attack or expand because Tatanka already has the campfire, so NounVerber is feeling the pressure right now. But squirrels against Squizzard, I mean, Squizzard should win that, so
yep.
It's a really tough spot for NounVerber.
It can also depend on the engagements, though. You know, squirrels can win if they get in a choke, or if the lizards don't quite come in at the right angle.
Yeah, this mill here before the campfire is forming a little bit of a choke, so it's going to make attacking a bit harder.
Yeah, to your point about the campfire, I think it's really smart from Tatanka to play this like, hey, we can't really evolve the game because if you try to switch out of tier 1, I'm going to outrun you. But with that campfire, he's got that extra 12% income, 9 farms versus 8 farms. But NounVerber is, you know, building a base here and trying to correct the situation. A little bit forward of a base. MG going down. Tatanka now or never is going to move in. Yeah, and the Squizzard does fare quite nicely against the squirrels. Yeah, that MG just had to have been a split second earlier, and NounVerber could have stood their ground, but honestly, that was already very huge for Tatanka. It's going to be tough for NounVerber to come back from here.
Yeah, I agree.
And what's nice about these tier 1 armies, too, is that they just rebuild so fast. Now NounVerber can turtle up and, like, delay the game and prevent Tatanka from winning right now with the MGs, but, you know, that's not going to solve the problem. That's just putting a band-aid on it.
Yeah. Ooh, and Tatanka going into the bar.
Yeah, NounVerber should have seen that. Let me just double check. Yep, they did see the boar, which is a great way to just blast through the turrets. Yeah, again, I find this to be one of the most troubling compositions to deal with is, you know, mass tier 1 with the boar push. Because what are you supposed to do against that, right? Like, you can't have your own tier. If you don't have skunks, then it becomes really, really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Mass Tier 1 can just outgun, you know, your Cams or your Falcons or whatever, if you don't have that Tier 1 there to also DPS. You know, Mass Tier 1 is quite high DPS. And a lot of HP to chew through, so...
Yeah, it sure is.
The boar is on the
NounVerber
way.
doing some crows.
Yeah. Yeah, do you just go Mass Crow switch from here? He's building some, not quite Mass.
Yeah, I mean the mass squirrel will just die to the boar, so it should probably be 100% switch into crows, but
Yeah,
it's
I agree.
definitely too late.
I would think like Crow Falcon, something like that, right? Gonna try to attack right before the boar is here. Not a bad move, but the boar is here now. So, doesn't get to have that advantage for too long. Ugh.
And the choke point! Oh, no.
Oh my god. Absolutely slaughtered. GG. Tatanka will take the series 2-0.
Yeah, solid plays from Tatanka, like always.